On a November morning in 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, sending shockwaves through the nation and sparking ongoing debates about the motives and perpetrators behind this pivotal moment in history. This tragic event left many Americans in disbelief, raising questions about what really happened and leading to doubts about the government. The loss of Kennedy had a lasting impact, changing how people viewed leadership and the trust that years that followed. In 1962, during his second year as president, an American U-2 spy plane secretly took a photograph of nuclear sites being built by the Soviet Union on the island of Cuba. This issue in Cuba became known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was a 13-day confrontation between the U.S. and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. The tension between the two nations escalated, almost resulting in a nuclear war. JFK spoke to the nation about the crisis in a televised address. Kennedy imposed a blockade around Cuba to prevent further supplies for the missiles. Khrushchev made a public statement in a reply to Kennedy's televised address, stating that the Soviet Union missiles would be dismantled and removed from Cuba. In 1961, the Bay of Pigs invasion was a failed attempt by the U.S. to overthrow Fidel Castro's government. Cuban exiles bombed Cuban air bases using U.S.-made planes. The invasion group was not powerful enough and was too small to take on Castro's larger army. The CIA provided misinformation, causing miscommunication between forces and contributing to the failed attempt. This prompted Kennedy to make a sincere public apology. The assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963 stunned the world and marked a turning point in American history. The suspected killer, Lee Harvey Oswald, was responsible for the death, which took place in Dallas, Texas. Kennedy was shot and killed in an open car during the presidential motorcade. Lee shot Kennedy from the Texas School Book Depository building, which is now a museum. The assassination occurred so suddenly that it appeared as though Kennedy slumped into his wife's lap. The death was also televised. Lee Harvey Oswald, the man accusing of killing JFK, was shot and killed by Jack Ruby before he could be questioned, fueling worldwide theories about the true events surrounding Kennedy's death. After the death, Vice President Johnson was sworn in as president 2 hours later. Kennedy believed he could defeat Senator Barry Goldwater by a large margin in the upcoming election, which was one of the reasons he visited Texas to campaign. Goldwater did indeed run for president in the 1964 election after Kennedy's death. JFK was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. The assassination of JFK changed America forever. John F. Kennedy's life and leadership left a lasting impact on America. From his bravery in the World War II to his time as president, he inspired many with his vision and commitment to change, even though his life was cut short. His legacy continues to benefit the country today.